This character has taken over the internet with her crouch animation alone, courtesy of the Jacko challenge, which yes, I did take part in. I am guilty. I love an art challenge, I don't know what to say. And I also love this character a lot. I tried playing her in Xrd, but she was very complicated. So I'm very curious how they simplified her in this game, because pretty much every character in Strive is simpler than they were in the past, and Jacko was on the tough side, so I'm wondering how she plays now. Because the developers are definitely going to make her easier to play, and that's what I look forward to the most on top of the crouch animation. But before we begin, if you love fighting games and you love Guilty Gear Strive, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. I will have a breakdown for this character and a guide and some online gameplay as well. And you certainly do not want to miss out, so make sure to smash that subscribe button, and without any further ado, let's begin.
Jack O fights by summoning servants. Take control of the ever-changing battlefield as you go on the offense. Summon servant.
Alright, so already I'm seeing a big difference. Now she just summons the servants immediately. Before, she would summon these little houses and they would come out of the houses. And while she was fighting, she could pick up the houses and throw them at you or throw them away. She could make them blow up, all that stuff. But now she just summons them directly. Already that's amazingly better.
Servant gauge is required to summon them.
Oh, interesting.
You can use servants as projectiles.
I don't think there was a gauge before.
An attack. Servants disappear either when an opponent's attack hits them or after a set period of time.
Oh, they go away now. I think before their houses used to level up and that's how they got stronger. I'm guessing now you manually have to make them stronger yourself.
Pick up servant.
Yeah, you can still pick them up. Awesome.
Up a nearby servant.
Yep, you can roll them.
Block while lifting the servant, but you can dash backwards.
So before that was the houses, now it's the servants.
Throw
awesome.
Servant.
Yep.
This move throws a servant forward that you've picked up.
Any
the
button.
servant becomes a projectile once thrown, moving forward in a curved line.
You can still jump while doing it too, and it seems like no matter what button you press, it's the same. I was wondering if different buttons would have different arcs, but no, it's just the same arc.
Release servant. This move releases a servant you've picked up. Once released, the servant falls to the ground at your location. You can use a servant to start your offense by hitting them with an aerial attack after releasing them in the air.
Oh, I like that. I like that setup. What was that?
With an aerial attack after releasing.
Okay, just a dust and then summon and then drop them right there and then go for a low immediately. What is that new move? Is that like the way she kicks the servant? I've never seen that kick move before. That looks new. I really hope they did not get rid of her command grabs. Those were amazing.
This move collects all servants that are currently summoned. The servant gauge refills once they've been recalled.
Oh, cool.
Servant gauge is required to activate this move.
Oh, weird. Okay, so it fills up once you use it, but you have to have some gauge to use it at all.
Command. This move causes all currently summoned servants to attack. As it launches the opponent on hit, you can follow up with a combo.
Oh, weird.
It also works well as a poke or in setups due to its fast startup.
Wait, do they no longer track the opponent on their own? Because before they would slowly move towards the opponent and just kind of crowd around them, and it was ridiculous. This character was not easy to play, and that's why in the hands of most, she was not a good character. But once you did master her, she had this most amazing snowball factor ever. Once you had the minions on screen and they were leveled up, she became pretty much the best character in the game, but it was very tough to get to that point.
Required to activate this move.
I love that. Okay, so having them attack manually seems like an extra step, but the cool thing is you can juggle back and forth like you just saw there.
This move creates a barrier around all servants currently summoned.
Whoa, it's short though. It's very short.
When the opponent attacks a servant with their barrier up, it causes the opponent to crumple.
No way, can you combo after that?
This works well against opponents who try to get rid of servants by attacking them. You can follow up with Forever Elysion Driver while the opponent is stunned. Servant gauge.
So the command grab is still there, and it still has ridiculously good range, and it works when they're in stun.
To activate this move.
Oh my god, amazing.
Countdown.
I love that move. Countdown, here's the bomb.
This move causes all currently summoned servants to explode.
Alright.
The servants vanish after the explosion, but it causes heavy damage. It takes time before the explosion goes off, so buy some time with Jack O's normal attacks. Servant gauge is required to activate this move.
Oh, they can do more than one explosion too for a combo. That's sick. So before she could do a lot of this stuff, but she had to enter a stance, and from that stance she could do stuff with them, including detonate them. Now it's a really quick animation and they just start to count down.
Servant shoot. An attack that hits in front of Jack O.
There you go. That's the move I saw. Okay.
By hitting servants with this move, you can send them flying far off. This works well as a poke at long range. This move can be canceled into some special moves. Forever Elysion Driver.
There it is.
An extremely damaging throw. This move can be used in combos or to interrupt your opponent's offense due to the invincibility on startup.
Nice. Invincible command grabs. Let's go.
As it whiffs unless you are extremely close to the opponent.
That's awesome, man. It's so good. And if she can use that other bar, you can combo after it.
Cheer Servant on.
I want to see this one. I'm curious how it would look.
Temporary buff to servants.
Oh, it's a super now.
Makes servants invincible, meaning they no longer disappear when the opponent attacks.
I'm really hoping she has a third super now because I was very excited to see what her other super would be because I knew she had the command grab. I was wondering what the other one would be, and now it levels them up. Before they did that by default, I'm pretty sure. You just had to keep them alive.
The heavy slash version makes the servant gauge recover very quickly, making it possible to launch a combination offense together with your servants.
That's crazy. Oh my gosh, this character's gonna be so weird.
The servants you summon to create an opportunity to attack.
Okay.
You can mix the opponent up with her dust attack
overheads,
or
baby.
throw once you're in close range.
That's gonna be the question. If I do a dust or any overhead of that nature, can I then cancel into the minion attack for a combo extender? Because that would make her really strong if every overhead is a potential combo starter. Because normally you need tension gauge for that, at least one bar. But if you have the minion instead, that's another way to combo off the overheads. It's gonna be super strong.
If your opponent tries to prevent you from summoning servants,
she still has the crouch animation.
Or bar standing slash as pokes. Her sweep is also easy to use and has a lot of active frames. Her aerial dust attack can keep the opponent from approaching too.
Oh, no other super attacks. Man, that's kind of lame, but I understand that everyone gets two. It just thinks that one of her supers is just her buffing the servants, because she could already do that before, and it happened on its own. Okay, so these guides are nice, short, and sweet, which is good because it means I can make my own guide that goes into more depth. So overall, Jacko seems almost the same, but it looks like they may have gotten rid of one of her unique attacks, or maybe they just didn't talk about it. But one of my favorite moves she had in XR is her chain chomp would eat the opponent, and then you could choose which direction it spit them out. You almost always did straight down because that was better for Oki pressure on wake up, but you could spit them any direction, and it was great for ending combos on the ground. It was great for ending combos in the air. It was amazing, and I hope she still has that, but I didn't see it anywhere in the gameplay, and if it's gone, I'm gonna be really sad. But outside of that, she seems like mostly the same character, and I'm really excited to play her. And for anyone who hasn't played Jacko, I do want to give you one word of warning. She does not play like anybody else in the game, and it's gonna make you hate her at first. She's very weird and very bizarre. Without any minions, her combos do tend to be on the short side unless you have some tension, and the minions don't seem to any longer travel towards the opponent. It seems like you have to throw them instead and kick them instead, so it's going to be a lot of work to surround the opponent, but once you have them there, you can get some better combos and pressure on block. They definitely did streamline her overall. They made her a lot easier to play, but kept a lot of the main stuff there, and it's also going to be easier for the opponent to deal with as well, I think. But I love the addition of that counter. Having them block and then open up the opponent with a counter is going to be super strong, and I'm wondering if that's just a guard break where they can't attack but they can still block, or if it actually counts as hit stun and I can combo after it without the super. That would be amazing if so. However, I'm guessing it's just a guard break, which is why all you can get is the super and anything else the opponent can still block. But even so, that parry for the servant seems really good. Overall, I'm pretty excited for Jacko. I wish he had more supers. I don't like how one of them is the minion buff, but outside of that, she seems better in most regards, and she's gonna be a lot easier to play. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, especially if you're a Jacko main from the previous game. I understand she's a lot simpler, but keep in mind so is Ramlethal, and she is arguably much better in stride. And it could be the exact same case for Jacko. Yes, she is simpler, but that could work in her favor. That's about it for the video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like down below. It really does help my channel out a ton, and as mentioned earlier, make sure to subscribe if you love fighting games and you love Guilty Gear, you love guides, all that stuff, because I have them on a weekly basis. So make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdogs.